And how is the weather in England now?
It's good, Prabhuji, right now. So it's the British summer. So 2-3 months of good weather they get. So yeah, it's
How is
that period.
it now?
It's good, Prabhuji, right now.
Oh, it's working.
Okay.
I put two places. I put in my website. I
Mm-hmm.
put in the Facebook. Now
Okay.
one more place I should put up. That is WhatsApp. If I put in WhatsApp, any person who's not able to join can also come in.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo, done. Given enough publicity, those who want to come can say. You got a message started?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo, we have to start now. We have said we have started.
Okay.
My dear Lord Krishna, so I will read, then you read, we two will do today. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
My dear Lord Krishna, those who deride you, claiming that you have material body like an ordinary man, are described in Bhagavad Gita as demonic and less intelligent. But always transcendental. The non-devotees are cheated because they consider you to be a material creation. Actually, you have assumed this body which resembles that of an ordinary coward boy, simply to increase the devotion and transcendental bliss of your devotees. What does it mean?
Uh, giving a chance to the devotees to be present with the Lord in the Leela, Prabhuji.
Correct. Increase. Krishna comes to have, personal relation to his pure devotees. Krishna doesn't come for killing demons. That he doesn't have to personally come because his many devotees are capable of doing it. Shiva can do it, Brahma can do it, Krishna doesn't have to come. So Krishna comes for giving transcendental pleasure to the pure devotees. So nice
Devotees.
it is, Hana? Transcendental
Yeah.
bliss to you. He comes for that purpose. He doesn't come for any other things. That his agents are there that they can do. I know we were reading this last few days, some nice purport. The point was that when sun rises, it rises by its own will. Correct? Nobody
Yeah.
can force the sun to rise.
Mm.
So when we become pure devotees, the mercy comes of Krishna. When you try to practice Krishna consciousness in the shelter of a pure devotee, and the mercies, you are able to accept the personal feature of the Lord. It's a great mercy. We should not take it a joke, actually. It's just like sun rises, it rises by its own will. So certain people in their heart, Krishna rises. That may be because they served somehow directly, indirectly a pure devotee. And by his mercy, the Krishna sun rises in the heart. See, Krishna can work independently. He doesn't have to work through a pure devotee. He's not bound by anything in this world, correct?
Hmm.
But he lovingly becomes property of his pure devotees.
Hmm.
So they wish, just like you wish somebody, yes, I wish he also becomes devotee. Then Krishna rises in his heart. So it's not that by your sadhana you can capture Krishna, correct?
Yeah.
Correct? Suppose sun has not risen and you take torch and go to see it. That is of no use. You cannot see sun by your torch. When it rises,
Yes.
it doesn't need any torch. It is self-evident.
Yeah.
Self-evident. So when Krishna rises in the heart of a person, as much now arguments can be given to shake your faith that personal feature of Krishna exists, you don't care. Because you cannot see, but you see, just like when suppose there is a great amount of heat somewhere.
Hmm.
You do not know what's inside, but you know something is burning inside. Correct?
Yes.
Similarly, not that we have seen Krishna face to face, but just by practice or devotion service, we are very convinced it is true. Faith has matured. Correct? And
Yes.
maybe million non-devotees come, they bring all even so-called quotations here and there. We don't care for that. It doesn't shake us at all. It doesn't shake us. Correct? You
Yes.
understand? So more and
Yeah.
more the faith matures and faith builds on faith. Gradually, faith builds. Just like by hearing Krishna Katha in association, slowly faith builds. That cannot be taken away so easily. It stays. What do you say?
Hmm. Yes, Guruji. Yeah.
So that was another point. Okay? So people generally they deride because Krishna is not reason within their heart. So they speak so many nonsense things.
Hmm.
You have material body like an order. They speak so many things. We don't care for that. Correct? We know
Yes.
they are not fortunate enough to have Krishna arise in their heart. Okay. You read the next part.
My dear Lord, I have nothing to say about people who advertise that they have already realized God or that by their realization they have themselves become God. But as far as I'm concerned, I admit frankly that for me it is not possible to realize you by my body mind.
What is that? Already realized God, or they themselves become God? There are some people like that, Joker. Not possible to realize by my body, mind, or speech. What can I say about you, or how? Can continue.
What can I say about you, or how can I realize you by my senses? I cannot even think of you perfectly with my mind, which is the master of the senses. Your qualities, your activities, your body cannot be conceived by any person within this material world. Only by your mercy can one understand to some extent what you are. My dear Lord, you are the supreme Lord of all creation, although I sometimes falsely think that I am the master of this universe. I may be master of this universe, but there are innumerable universes and there are innumerable Brahmas also who preside over these universes. But actually, you are the master of them all. As the super soul in everyone's heart, you know everything. Please, therefore, accept me as your surrendered servant. I hope that you will excuse me for disturbing you in your pastimes with your friends and calves. Now, if you will kindly allow me, I'll immediately leave you as you can enjoy your friends and calves without my presence.
So now he's feeling he is not fit to be in the pastimes of the Lord. Actually, we will also feel like that only. Correct?
Yes,
Suppose
yes, Guru.
sometimes we feel, why doesn't Krishna take us to his pastime? Even if Krishna takes you, because Krishna doesn't do any, there is nothing lamentable in Krishna's kingdom. Even
Hmm.
if Krishna takes you, you'll come out. No, Krishna, I am not fit to be in this. So this is very pure pastimes. So
Hmm.
there is nothing lamentable in God's kingdom. Okay, it's very sad. I'm not in Krishna's pastime. You cannot handle Krishna's pastime. Correct? Just like some
Yes.
people say, जो भी हुआ अच्छा हुआ, जो भी अच्छा अच्छा होता है, ये बकवास. अरे
Hmm.
अच्छा क्या हुआ? Material, spiritual नहीं.
Hmm.
If you want to enter Krishna Leela, क्या भी अच्छा हुआ? What is अच्छा? You have to become qualified. So it
Yeah.
could have been more acha. My answer for that is it could have been more acha if you were qualified. Suppose we are already practiced Krishna consciousness, and it is said once you chant Hare Krishna properly, you become pure devotee. Once. Correct? Not many times.
Yes.
Once is enough.
Mm.
So there was one time in Bhagavatam, Ajamila chants loudly Narayana before leaving the
Mm.
body. So
Yes.
some people, while in the beginning, they made a mistake. They wrote 3 times. So Prabhupada says, when I read the shloka, it never says 3 times. It says once. And once is enough. Not that you have to remind Krishna 3 times. So once we chant, that means you have not even once chanted purely the name of the Lord. Anna? Indirectly.
Yes.
Because we are not able to enter his pastime. So that means still pure devotion has not. Bhagavatam says, certainly the person is steel-hearted, whose tears don't come in the eyes when he chants the holy name of Krishna. We chant, every day we chant, no tears come. So our heart is made of steel. Okay?
Mm.
So everything, therefore, accept me the surrender. I hope you excuse. So basically, we will, the Brahma's nice mood. Say, please excuse me, I don't feel I'm fit to enter your pastime. It's a very humble, nice attitude. Correct?
Yes,
And then
Prabhuji.
giving some realizations here. Some people say they have seen God, and some people say they have become God. But
Mm.
for me, it is not possible. Say with my body, mind, and speech. And Brahma is very powerful personality. Don't think he's ordinary person. He's
Yes.
saying it is difficult for me to conceive you. So what about the ordinary people? It's very difficult. Correct?
Yeah.
Cannot be conceived by any person within the material world. It is beyond time and space of this world. We are used to the time and space of this world. We cannot handle the past tense of Krishna. Correct? With the material
Mm.
brain and with the space that we are in, material time, material space, we will not be able to understand Krishna's. It's a conditional world, Anna. Conditioned living entity. Cannot understand activity of the liberated personalities in which Krishna is the chief. We cannot. How can, very nicely once somebody said, how can the limited understand the unlimited?
Mm.
How can the limited understand the unlimited? Krishna is unlimited. What you can understand? You're so small. Prabhupada used to say, no, you're so teeny. What you will understand? Only by your mercy, yes, by Krishna's kindness, we can to some extent understand what you are. We always give the example of ant in the room. How much the ant can understand now what Krishna book discussion me and Manoj did. They just cannot understand. But to the degree we reveal, suppose you know the ant's longest language, that much ant can understand. It can never come to the same platform. Correct?
Yeah.
Too teeny. So similarly, we are also too teeny. It's not possible for us to understand how Lord is acting. He is inconceivable. Correct? Sometimes in a movie it happens, the hero comes, dishum, dishum, dishum. There are 300 people alone, he fights and beats them, and we wonder how he did that. No, he's a hero. Similarly, when
Mm.
we can accept a small Pidda hero, he can do some inconceivable things. Why we cannot accept Krishna can do inconceivable things? Therefore, Prabhupada says Krishna consciousness begins when he accepts the inconceivable feature of the Lord.
Mm.
One side we are consciousness, we are not the body, we are Atma, we are small. And the Lord is a real hero. He is inconceivable in his activity. You just cannot understand how he can easily do this. Correct? Krishna can lift a mountain. Krishna can lift a planet itself as Varaha Rupa. What we can understand? Only thing, Krishna is inconceivable. That's it. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Beyond our capacity to understand. He can do anything. Only by your mercy. When we become pure devotee, we can see Krishna sitting in every atom. We can see Krishna sitting in our heart. We can see Krishna's pastime going in the spiritual world. You can see that when you become pure devotee. Prabhupada, you're reading in the morning in Chatushloki Bhagavatam, second canto, 9th chapter, and some 30s, verse 35th or something. There it says that, the Krishna is not easy to realize like this. Krishna is only realized by pure devotion. Something I was telling, it is not coming in a mind. Okay. So I cannot even think it perfectly with my mind, which is the master. It was talking about spiritual television. Yeah. That Krishna, when wishes, spiritual television opens the heart of a pure devotee. So if sitting in this metal world, he can see the whole spiritual world.
Mm.
But that is only comes because we are actually keen to see. Correct? Krishna switches it on. Why will Krishna separate devotee from the Krishna Leela? No way, no. He doesn't like to separate. Correct? So
Yes.
he may be doing some devotion service in the material world, a pure devotee, but Krishna feels so obliged and he opens the spiritual television. Okay, see what you want to see. And we see the beautiful pastimes of Krishna with Yashoda, Krishna's beautiful pastime with Radharani, with Rukmini, with pastime with his friends, Gopas playing. So Krishna makes the thing seen on. You can just open your eyes and see. As you're seeing everything in the world, Prabhupada said, it no longer remains a story, it becomes a fact. You can see. And then what happens when you see? Then you offer beautiful prayers to Allah. I suppose when everything, please therefore accept me as a surrendered servant. I hope that you will excuse me for disturbing you in pastime with your friends and calf. Now, if you will kindly allow me, I will immediately leave so that you can enjoy your friends and calves without my presence. So it's saying, I will go. I think I am not fit to be in this company. And Brahma is saying so. And who are we? Correct? We cannot
Yes.
enter the past. We cannot enter this. They are so golden, pure living entities. We are creature, a dirt. We cannot enter that presence. Yes. Now whose turn? My turn? Your turn to read. My turn. My dear Lord Krishna, your very name suggests that you are all attractive. The attraction of the sun and moon are due to you. By the attraction of the sun, you are beautifying the very existence of the Yadu dynasty. With the attraction of the moon, you are enhancing the potency of the land, the demigods and the brahmanas, the cows and the oceans. Because of your supreme attraction, demons like Kamsa and others are annihilated. Therefore, it is my deliberate conclusion that you are the only worshipable deity within the creation. Accept my humble obeisances until the annihilation of the metal world. As long as there is sunshine within the metal world, kindly accept my humble obeisances. So determined now. Correct?
Yes.
As long as there is sunshine. So you are all attractive. And whatever opulence we see in this world, which makes a thing attractive, is all coming from you, are due to you. The attraction of sun and moon are due to you. Okay. And the sun is Yadu dynasty. They're beautifying the very existence. Moon enhances the potency of the land, demigods, brahmanas, cows. Because of your supreme attraction, demons and all are annihilated. Because attraction means it includes the six opulences, no? The power, the beauty, the knowledge. What are the six things? Beauty, knowledge, power, wisdom, renunciation, fame. Correct?
Yes.
So Krishna has all opulences. Attraction means these six things make him attractive. Now, what makes him attractive? Attraction is because of the sixth feature. And Krishna is eternally present transcendentally. It is my deliberate conclusion you are the only worshipful deity within the creation. Accept my humble obeisances until the annihilation. Deliberate opinion, you are the only worshipful deity within the creation. So it's fact. Krishna is the only worshipful deity. Everything else is under his control. So as long as he said there is sunshine, I'll keep offering obeisances to you. It's very sweet, no? You're the only worshipful deity within the creation. Any other thing which is there in the previous paragraph. All attracted. The name Akashiti iti Krishna. Krishna means Akash. Okay. Now your turn.
In this way, Brahma, the master of the universe, after offering humble and respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead and circumambulating him three times, was ready to return to his abode known as Brahmaloka. By his gesture, the Supreme Personality of Godhead gave him permission to return. As soon as Brahma left, Lord Sri Krishna immediately appeared as he had on the very day the cows and cowherd boys had vanished.
Correct. So this is a question that how was it? Parikshit Maharaj asked, how was it that these boys did not remember 2 years and or whatever time, 1 or 2 years that they had vanished?
1 year. Yeah.
1 year, I think. So Krishna brought the boys back, and they don't know
Yes.
1 year has passed. So actually, Kala cannot control Krishna. Krishna controls Kala.
Yes,
Correct?
Prabhu.
Even
Yeah.
Brahma has a mystic power to make them unconscious of 1 year and then come back. So imagine Krishna is much more powerful. Correct? Krishna, there was a time that the gopis wanted to dance with Krishna. Krishna said, okay. Because for them, the dance of this material night was too small.
Mm.
Even genuine love is there, time flies. Correct? In the material world also, when there is so-called bogus love, even by that, people don't want to separate it. They just want to be together. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
He said that when Krishna used to get up in the morning, 3 hours before sunrise, that is 3 o'clock, all the Lakshmis in Dwarka used to lament, what is this? Why he has to get up? You're not wanting to leave his company.
Mhm.
And then every day he used to go I will go to the forest to milk the cows. They used to say, very great. But then after some time, they used to feel pain because his legs are very soft. How will he put his legs on the ground? They're very worried that it will become something unstable. And what is the last thing? Gave him permission to return. Okay? So he got back
Yes.
to his pastime and gave Brahma, okay, you can go, just by gesture. Three times he circumambulated. Huh? Generally in temples we do that, no? 3 times. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So continue. The last one more paragraph. Krishna had
Krishna
left.
had Krishna had left his friends on the bank of the Yamuna while they were engaged in lunch, and although he returned exactly 1 year later, the cowherd boys thought that he had returned within a second. That is the way of Krishna's different energies and activities. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Krishna himself is residing in everyone's heart, and he causes both remembrance and forgetfulness. All living entities are controlled by the supreme energy of the Lord, and sometimes they remember and sometimes they forget their constitutional position. His friends, being controlled in such a way, could not understand that for 1 whole year they were absent from the Yamuna bank and were under the spell of Brahma's illusion. When Krishna appeared before the boys, they thought Krishna has returned within a minute. They began to laugh, thinking that Krishna was not willing to leave their lunchtime company. They were very jubilant and invited him, dear friend Krishna, you have come back so quickly. All right, we have not as yet begun our lunch, not even taken a morsel of food. So please come and join us and let us eat together. Krishna smiled and accepted their invitation, and he began to enjoy the lunchtime company of his friends. While eating, Krishna was thinking, these boys believe that I have come back within a second, but they do not know that for the last year I have been involved with the mystic activities of Lord Brahma.
Correct. So Krishna knows, and these boys are not aware of the mystic potency what Brahma did and how Krishna brought them back. Correct.
Mhm.
So Brahma
Yes,
is
Guruji.
so powerful. He cares Krishna's different energies and activities. The boy saw 1 second later he has come back, he is so attached to them. Okay? Anyway, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna causes Mata Smriti Jnanam. Krishna causes forgetfulness and remembrance. Sometimes they remember, sometimes they forget that constitutional position. That's the nature of this world. Okay? So controlled in that way, could not understand that for the whole year, they been absent from Yamuna were under the spell of the Brahma's illusion. Okay? Krishna's potency, mystic potency. And they are thinking that Krishna is attached to them. That's how devotees may privilege to the devotees Krishna makes, and they feel Krishna is dependent on them. All the queens of Dwarka used to feel Krishna is the henpecked husband. You're so soft. It's like that. So Krishna makes them feel privileged and wanted. I cannot leave your company, so they feel very special.
Yeah.
They come back so quickly, they're laughing. All right, okay, don't worry, we're not finished our lunch. They opened and started sharing with Krishna. After finishing their lunch, Krishna and his friends and cows began to return to their Vrajabhumi homes. While passing, they enjoyed seeing the dead carcass of Agasura in the shape of a gigantic serpent. When Krishna returned home to Vrajabhumi, he was seen by the inhabitants of Vrindavan. He was wearing a peacock feather in his helmet, which was also decorated with forest flowers. Krishna was also garlanded with flowers and painted with different color minimals collected from the caves of Govardhan Hill. Govardhan Hill is very famous for supplying his natural dyes, and Krishna and his friends painted the bodies with them. Each of them had a bugle made of buffalo horn and a stick and a flute, and each called his respective cows by their respective names, particular name. They were so proud of Krishna's wonderful activity that while entering the village, they all sang his glories. All the gopis in Vrindavan saw beautiful Krishna entering the village. The boys composed nice songs describing how they were saved from being swallowed by the great serpent. Now the serpent was killed. Some describe Krishna as son of Yashoda, others son of Nanda Maharaj. He is so wonderful that he saved it from the clutches of a great serpent and killed him, they said. But little they do know, 1 year had passed since the killing of Agasura. In this regard, Maharaj Parikshit asked Shukdev Goswami how the inhabitants of Vrindavana suddenly they got so much love for Krishna, although Krishna was not a member of any other families. Maharaj Parikshit inquired during the absence of the original coward boy when Krishna expanded himself, why is it that the boy's parents become more loving towards him than toward their own sons? And also, why did the cows become so loving toward the cow more than their own calf? Shukdev Goswami. It's okay, I can continue at the speed?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Shukdev Goswami told Maharaj Parikshit that every living entity is actually most. Just see how much this chapter remains. Finish kar de isko.
Yes, yes.
Attached to his own self, outer paraphernalia such as home, family, friends, country, society, wealth, opulence, reputation, etc. are all secondary in pleasing the living entity. They are all pleased only because they bring pleasure to the self. For these reasons, one is self-centered and attached to the body, the self more than he is to the relatives, like wife, children, friends. If some immediate danger is to one's person, he first of all takes care of himself, then others. That is natural. That means that more than anything else, he loves his own self. The next important objective of affection after his own self is his mental body. A person who has no information of the spirit soul is very much attached to his material body, so much so even in old age, he wants to preserve the body in so many artificial ways, thinking that his old and broken body can be saved. Everyone is working hard day and night just to give pleasure to his own self, either bodily or spiritual concept of life. But attached to the mental position because they give pleasure to the senses or to the body. The attachment to the body is there only because I, the spirit soul, is within the body. Similarly, when one is further advanced, you know, the spirit soul is pleasing because he is part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna who is pleasing and all attractive. He is the super soul of everything. In order to give this information, Krishna desires to tell us that the all-attractive center is he himself. Without being an expansion of Krishna, nothing can be attractive. It's a very, very interesting point which is developing. So anyway, we ought to protect ourselves, correct? Everybody's life is most important. But because Krishna is all attractive, our life becomes attractive. Spirit soul is pleasing because Krishna is pleasing. That we do not know. Just like Prabhupada says that the light of the sun and moon is borrowed from the Brahma Jyoti. Now we cannot see that, correct? We cannot see theoretically. Similarly, we protect ourselves because our own life is very pleasing to us. We are very pleasing to ourselves, correct? But actually, we are pleasing to ourselves because we are part and parcel of Krishna, who is a reservoir of pleasure. So if you become pleasing to Krishna, that becomes perfection. Correct?
Yes.
Spirit soul is pleasing because it is part and parcel of Krishna's. Because the presence of super soul, the living entity looks very nice. Whatever is attractive within the cosmic manifestation to Krishna, Krishna is therefore the reservoir of all pleasure. The active principle of everything is Krishna, and highly elevated transcendence see everything in connection with him. Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. Akhil Rasa Amrita Sindhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says the Mahabhagavata or the highly advanced devotee sees Krishna as the active principle in all movable and immovable living entities. Therefore, he sees everything within the cosmic manifestation in relation to Krishna. Correct? Highly advanced devotee Thavara Dangama Deke Deke Natara Murti Sarvatohe Krishna Ishtadeva Spurti. Wherever he sees Krishna, pure devotee. See, pure devotee is seeing with the spiritual eyes. Correct? He can see Krishna. He can see Krishna everywhere. For the fortunate person who takes shelter of Krishna is everything, liberation is already there. He is no longer in the material world. Material world, this is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Whoever is engaged in devotional service of Krishna is already on the Brahma Bhuta or spiritual platform. The very name Krishna suggests piety and liberation. Anyone who takes shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna enters the boat of crossing over the ocean of miseries. Or in the vast expansion material world becomes the insignificant footprint. Krishna is the center of all the great souls, and he is the shelter of the material world. So this we have discussed the boat thing. What are the point of the boat? Just like this material world is a great ocean. And we want to cross the ocean, and just like becoming a pure devotee, it looks almost impossible. We have so many material desires. But when you try, the ocean becomes insignificant. So similarly, it looks impossible. I can become pure devotee. Why did you try? The moment you try to serve Krishna sincerely, your material weaknesses, shortcomings are from ocean becomes to a calf footprint. Just an attempt to please Krishna. Wonders happen. Okay? You get my point, Manoj?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So that's why it's a calf footprint. For one who is on the platform of Krishna conscious, Vaikuntha or the spiritual world is not far away. He does not live within the material world because there is danger at every step. That famous shloka. Pramashitaye padapallava plavam mahat padam purna yasho murare bhava mudi vasa padam param padam 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 yaripidavanatesha. In this way, Krishna consciousness was fully explained by Shukdev Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. Shukdev Goswami recited to the king the statement and praise of Lord Brahma. This description of the Lord Krishna's pastime with the cowherd boys, eating in the banks of the Yamuna, and Lord Brahma's praise to him are all transcendental subject matter. Anyone who hears and recites the chant will surely gets all the spiritual desires fulfilled. So when you serve Krishna, what happens? All your spiritual desires are fulfilled because he is the reservoir. Okay? This is called Shruti Phala. Whenever you hear there's something, there is some profit. Thus, Krishna's childhood appearance, sporting at Balram in Vrindavan, was described. Thus, in the Bhakti on the purport of the 14th chapter of Krishna, the prayers offered by Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. Okay, Manoj?
Yes.
We end here today?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay.
Today, little exhausted. Today was a function called Guru Purnima. So, morning we had 2-hour class, and we went for Guru Purnima function. From there, we ran to this college, and we came and temple. We had a program. And it's totally exhausted now. 10:05, and we had 2 only today. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo. We continue next time.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay? Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Krishna Book.